Hello and welcome back to a now sunny Blenheim Palace in July 2012 at the Rally of the Giants American Classic Car Show put on by the Pre-50s American Auto Club of Great Britain. Starting off this row of cars, we've got a probably mid-50s Mercury Monterey station wagon. Mercury Montereys are not that common in the best of circles, let alone seeing one as as a station wagon. Here we have a Pontiac Catalina. We'll be working our way around the back of this because the back end of this car is quite unusual to see as well. The thing is with a lot of American cars, they had a fabulous view from the front, and then you go around the back and you think, wow, look at that. So they really were rifles. 62 Buick Electra, excellent condition. 71 Cadillac Coupe Deville. Obviously we're getting into some of the later cars now because there's quite a lot of them at this show. They tend to mix them up. And here we have an iconic 59 Cadillac Coupe Deville. When we go around the back you'll see the shape of those wings. Unmistakable for this sort of car. Pontiac, mid-50s, nice condition. Right, the next car, 1961 Chrysler New Yorker 4-door hardtop. I can ramble on about this car because it is owned by us. It is our car we've had for 7 or 8 years now. Done quite a lot of work on it to bring it up to the condition it's in now. Found in a pretty poor state on a driveway in West London. Scratched up, covered in moss. Water in the boot, about 6 inches of water in the boot. But seats covered in mould. Something we decided to take on as a restoration project. Who's walking along there tidying it up for the video, and so really it's been an ongoing process for the last few years. We've re-upholstered the inside. I didn't really want to do it and lose the sort of the smell that all these American cars have got, but I was really lucky to find original fabric in stock in the States, so it still retains that original smell. Again, got the fins on that. So not to dwell too much on my pride and joy, we'll go back and I'll pan round and carry on up this aisle, and then we'll go back round and have a look at the backs of these vehicles. Here we go, late 60s Mustang 2-door coupe. Very, very popular car, and rightly so, because they're a lovely car to drive. Plymouth Belvedere, very late 50s. Moving along, Mercury Cougar. You can very, very much see a likeness to the Thunderbird of the same era. In fact, there's one here today that was owned by a friend of mine. 69, this 69 Thunderbird. This is a 68 Mercury Cougar. As you can see, it's got the rotating, opening up headlights. Very, very similar body style to the Thunderbird of its time. Of course, all owned by Fords. Mercury owned by Fords. Cadillac's 60 Special, 1956. 4-door sedan. As you can see, still had the sort of even a late 40s sort of look to them, very boxy. Hadn't quite got the sleekness of the late 50s stuff, but still very, very nice. Again, as I said earlier, the thing I like to see, an unmolested car, either going to be restored or just driven around like this just for the fun of it, which is great. 59 Cadillac. And we have a modern Cadillac on the end there, an 83. Obviously been a bit customised. That's what people decide to do to their own car, personalise it. haven't got a problem with that. So walking round again, here's the back end of the 59, unmistakable with the twin tail lights on each side and those massive fins. I don't know what health and safety you'd have to say about those these days. Here we go, back end of the 60 Special Cadillac Fleetwood. Very similar rear light setup, although this one's got the integral reversing lights in it. Back end of the Cougar. There we go, Plymouth Belvedere. Again, everyone was fighting to see who could make the biggest fins, I think, in these eras. As you can see, quite big. Possibly even the same year the film Christine came out. Similar, very similar sort of car. There's the typical late 60s Mustang with 3 separate tail lights each side and the boot lid as opposed to a fastback. And here we have the back end of our own car. Again, probably one of the last cars really to have fins of that size on it. 1961 this car, so it's really, fins were disappearing by then. In fact, the 1962 car that followed this had no fins on it at all. It was virtually the same body shape but no fins, and they called them the plucked chickens. Totally different looking car. It's moving along to lovely old Pontiac. Talking to the owner last night, he's still an ongoing restoration, he's still got things to do to it, but as you can see he's carried out quite a lot of work on it. Again, another 59 Coupe Deville, top of the range, 2-door coupe. Lovely colour, I've got to say. I don't know what colour that is, but it's really nice. The iconic twin bullet tail lights. And just moving along towards the end of this row. Here we have the Buick there, and we have the Catalina again, the one I mentioned earlier, the Pontiac Catalina.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Same idea.
Unusual back again. Lovely the way the tail lights are incorporated in the rear, into the tops of the rear wings. So that concludes the end of this row, and another video along soon. Thank you very much for watching.